stream started.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Anybody in chat today? I wonder. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi. Hello. Hello, hello. Today we're going to be facing... What was her name? Morpha?
Hey,
The
working while listening.
Hello. Hello, Zero Chuckles. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to be fighting a boss and maybe starting the next dungeon. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah. Today I was doing something interesting, in my opinion. So I found this guy that is basically this YouTuber that is basically a former opera singer, and he was doing these videos of him reacting to video game music, and he did this little series on scary video game music, right? But not like horror game music, but like scary music in normal games, basically. And I was listening to the music, and I was like, oh yeah, that happened in that game? Huh. And I started to notice that I maybe was like blacking out pieces of older games that I played when I was smaller. Maybe out of trauma or PTSD or something, because I remember some of those games being really scary to me. Yeah. For example, Dark Matter from Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards. I remember I countered that boss because I was trying to basically gather every single crystal in the game. I was not like looking to get what to call it, a special ending or a secret ending or anything like that. I just wanted, right, to gather every crystal. And I suddenly ran into Dark Matter at the end of the game, and that was disturbing. Yeah. And then the more songs he reviewed, I started like unlocking these weird memories that I didn't remember. For example, there was this song from what was it called? The Story of Mana or something? I don't even remember the name of the game exactly. That it was like this jingle that was very, what call it, playful. It was like childish in such a way, but at the same time it sounded a little bit like a victory parade, right? The kind of jingle you would see uh, when there is like a little cutscene of a parade of people celebrating the return of the heroes, right? It's like heroic victory music, but it was like as if it were from a child's fairy tale, right? It had this like lullaby-ish kind of tone to it. And then the notes were like not right. They were like dissonant in some way. So I found that little jingle like very disturbing, right? I don't even remember what happened in the game. I remember the jingle, right? It gives me this feeling of as if you got the psychotic hero ending where the hero basically wins by killing everybody, right? Like, he still did good. He still saved the world, but he did it in the worst possible way. So it's this, like, perturbed kind of a jingle for the victory. Yeah, it was... I know it was from a mana game, but I don't remember exactly what was the name of the game. Yeah. And among all the weird memories that video unlocked, there is this one. This one memory that I don't remember what game it came from. How many people do we have here currently? Only one person? Should I clip this? Because I want to know if anyone knows what game this is. Okay, so here is a little challenge. Okay, I remember this weird game where you basically enter this like labyrinth, and I don't remember it cleanly. Basically, there is the only game that comes to mind when you can say the world as evil is Zelda 1. I have actually not played Fable 1. I'm pretty sure that jingle was from a mana game because I remember the Chrono Trigger-ish kinda art style of the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a mana game. Yeah. But okay, there is this one memory I have that I don't know what game it comes from. So, I don't remember if this game was a dungeon crawler, like a first person or a third person. And I remember these bits, right? So, you discover like this secret dungeon, right? Is like a labyrinth, and when you enter, your character, specifically, I remember this dialogue box of the protagonist saying, when you step first into the dungeon, that the dust in the ground is like ankle deep high. And he mentions this labyrinth must have been locked for thousands of years for so much dust to accumulate, right? He's basically walking in snow, right? And I remember the character leaving footprints behind as he walked into the labyrinth, right? As you progress through the labyrinth of this secret dungeon, optional dungeon, you hear a scream. Someone calling for help deeper in the dungeon, right? Immediately, the protagonist says, okay, that's very suspicious. I'm pretty sure that's a trap, right? Because he's like,
Hello, big boss new hand.
hello, welcome. Hello, Basil. So the protagonist says, okay, I'm pretty sure that's a trap because I'm the first person to enter this dungeon in thousands of years, right? There is no way there is a person inside the dungeon, right? Because they would be dead by now, even if they had food and water in here. It's simply been too long. They would already died of old age or something, right? You continue, right? And as you go deeper and deeper, you find traps, monsters, etc. And every now and then, especially in safer areas, if I recall correctly, you would be like in a low monster density zone, like a place of respite where you are supposed to gather your breath before moving forward. You will randomly, sometimes you would, sometimes you won't, hear the voice calling for help again, right? The strange thing was that even if you follow the voice, it will never actually lead you into a trap or an ambush, right? But you will never actually reach the source. You keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And as you go further inside, the voice becomes more clear and it sounds like it's closer. By now, you are like over 15 floors in, right? This labyrinth is brutal, right? It feels like an endgame dungeon twice over. Like you finish the game, you finish a new game plus, and you are in the end game of a new game plus, right? This dungeon is brutal.
Meow.
Meow. Hello. Hello, Niri. Welcome. So, you are in this dungeon, right? The deeper you go, the voice becomes cleaner, closer. Then, you reach this one...
Oh no, the water temple, XX.
Hello, welcome, Nintendo. Welcome. Yeah, you reach this big area that you can tell at a glance is a boss room, right? Oh, just as a recap, I was watching a video about scary songs on not horror games, like in normal games. And it triggered this weird memory about a game I played once a long time ago, but I don't remember the name of the game or what game it was, right? So, you reach the bottom of this optional labyrinth, right?
Hello.
All the while you have been hearing this voice asking for help. Hello, Ricardo, welcome. And you reach this boss arena, right? Even the main character says, okay, that looks like a trap. If I step in there, I'm going to get locked inside until I beat whatever comes out, right? And as the protagonist is like hesitating where to go in or not, that's fine, don't worry about it, Ricardo. As the protagonist is like hesitating, suddenly you hear this like a screech, this like blood curdling scream of someone asking for help, and the protagonist just dashes forward without a second thought into the boss room, and immediately the music picks up, but it's this like crescendo kind of entrance into the boss room. And I remember the music being horrifying as the ground glows, the cracks in between the bricks in the floor shine. There is like this wave that expands from the center of the room before this black void appears, and from the inside it comes the boss. And I remember this boss being like brutally, stupidly hard. Like it was nonsensically strong. Like it had like 20 faces or something stupid like that. Yeah. And I don't remember beating that boss. I don't remember what happens next. I just remember the horror when that boss pops up. The music was like telling you you made a huge mistake. And I don't remember what game it was. I just remember that music, the crescendo. I wanna know what game it was. Yeah. So if any one of you remember that boss, that labyrinth, please tell me. I really wanna know what game that was. I'm pretty sure it was from before the N64, that game. It was pre-N64. It was 2D. Well, not 2D. It didn't use 3D graphics. It was at best simulated 3D graphics, right? It was a dungeon crawler. It was a fantasy game. I remember the graphics being very close to I don't even remember the graphics clearly.
E.
The protagonist was a boy, brown hair, brown reddish hair. I'm pretty sure he had like a bandana. Welcome, Lisette. And I wanna know what game that was. I don't remember it. The graphics were very on the style of Chrono Trigger, a Sword of Mana, Zelda style top-down, I believe, with pieces of the game on first-person style dungeon crawler, like Wizardy. It was pixel holopoly 3D, yeah. But it was very, very, very early 3D. Like the one you can tell is not really 3D, it's just something that kinda looks 3D, but it's not really. Oh, thank you for
Verthandy
subscribing.
subscribed to the channel.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So if you know that game, I wanna know. I remember that song cleanly. And I remember the boss fight because it was nonsensical. And I remember the labyrinth because it was these expansive levels, floors that were not only proper labyrinths, they were hard. Yeah. And every few like respites, you will hear the voice asking for help. And I remember the voice, it was not even a proper voice. It was like this like MIDI scream that kinda sounded like a voice, but it was nonsensical. You only knew what it said because the dialogue box popped off saying what the voice was trying to say. Beyond the Beyond, let me check it out. Airport of Mother, different art style. Yeah, but it was similar feeling, yes. And from the same era, I believe. Beyond. Let me check. Beyond. Oh, it looks like that, yeah. It was that art style, yeah. But does this game have that labyrinth? Is my question. Because I don't quite remember the name of the game or what happened in it. The protagonist looks really close to what I remember. Almost exactly the same. Maybe the colors are not quite right. Yeah, my memory is so fuzzy about it, but I remember that labyrinth. I will keep this one open to investigate it. Yeah. Or just you see, I have tried to do that before. I tried to ask ChatGPT for so they find me an anime that I remembered, but I remember a scene, right, from an anime, but I didn't remember the name. And I asked ChatGPT, and it felt so hard in figuring it out. It was painful. Yeah. Maybe Akinator. But I don't think it was particularly famous character. Do you remember the console? I know it was pre-N64. Yeah. It might have been Super NES, or the NES, or Famicom. One of those three. Maybe PlayStation 1. It won't be on PlayStation 2. I never played the Dreamcast, so it cannot be on the Dreamcast. Yeah. ChatGPT fails very easily. Especially if you try it with something that is not very famous. Yeah. What I remember of that game is the protagonist that looks a lot like the protagonist of this game, Beyond the Beyond. I just think his cape was blue, like ocean blue, navy blue, I believe it's called.
Hi.
Hello, Mundo. Welcome, welcome. And I remember the bandana being white. But otherwise, the appearance of the protagonist is pretty much spot on, aside from the cape and the bandana. Yeah. And what I remember is that labyrinth. The missive from on Chrono Trigger was a blood top with a white bandana and red hair. Yeah, I remember it was brown hair. Also, I'm pretty sure I would not forget Chrono Trigger. And if it was Chrono Trigger, you would know exactly what boss I'm talking about. Because that boss was so fucking stupid, so nonsensically difficult. But the build-up, the song of the boss fight was like horrifying. It was one of those bosses that made you think, oh fuck, I'm going to die. The way he came into the boss room, it was not like, what to call it? You know how the bosses start with either a low build-up, slowly like entering the battle music like a waltz, or they go in style aerobeat with a constant beat, or you go with the alarm style where it's like the Pokemon style where you have like this alarm thingy when you come into the battle. Right? It was like a crescendo. It was like suddenly the whole orchestra like drop in from the sky and hit the ground, and at the same time the song picked up like bah. What did the boss look like? It was a shadow that it was morphing over and over. I remember it started looking like this like golem. Yeah, their appearance was like a shadow golem, and then it switched to a serpent, and then it became is that a chimera or a manticore? One of the two. It kept shifting every phase, so I don't quite remember. I don't even remember the order of the faces. I just remember like 3 or 4 of the shapes. It reminded me a lot in the air and appearance to Dark Side from Kingdom Hearts. It was turn-based, yes. It was a very Final Fantasy style battle system, if I remember correctly. But I don't remember the name of the game. I don't even remember the story. I don't even remember the other party members. I'm pretty sure you had at least 3 party members. What I remember is the labyrinth. The feeling of going deeper and deeper. The feeling that if you keep walking, you might not be able to go back. Like your strength won't last enough for you to get back to the entrance. I remember that oppressive feeling. I remember the labyrinth becoming darker as you descended. I remember the random screams of help in random locations of the labyrinth. I remember there were like monster encounters in the labyrinth. Some that felt like bosses by themselves. And I remember that last moment where you are standing in the entrance of the boss room for the labyrinth. The protagonist starts saying, "That's obviously a trap. If I step in there, I'm not going to exit until I deal with whatever pops up." He's hesitating. I remember the dialogue being like, maybe we should not go in there. You could actually tell the party was scared. And then you hear the scream, this like gargling of MIDI beats that sound like loosely like a voice freaking, asking for help. And then the protagonist, the dumbass he is, just dashes into the boss room without hesitation. And at the same time, suddenly the door slams shut. From the center of the room, a light shines. The crescendo of the music starts. The light expands through the room. The cracks in between the bricks on the floor shining like a shockwave, spreading through the room. And then that void at the center takes shape. And the boss fight starts. I remember that. Yeah. I want to play that game again. If it's just to see that moment again. I remember the fear I felt. And I don't remember what happened next. I don't remember if I even beat that boss. I don't remember what was the voice that was calling for help. If it was a legit person asking for help, or was it just a trap to lead the protagonist there? I had that game physically. Yeah. I had the cartridge. Oh, it was a cartridge. It was a cartridge. It was not a disc. So it was not on PlayStation. It was a cartridge. I remember the cartridge being heavy. Like, in comparison to the other cartridges, it was like the weight of 3 games in a single cartridge. I remember it being heavy. Yeah. Yeah. I don't... Why cannot remember? I don't even remember the story of the game. Just that one labyrinth. And it was not even the main like part of the main story, I clearly and distinctly remembered that labyrinth was a hidden optional labyrinth. But yeah, if you've managed to figure out what game it is, you know what? I will even put a bounty on it. If you figure out the game, if you find what game it is, I will give you a game of your choice, regardless of price. Because I wanna see that scene again. I wanna hear that song, the crescendo when the music started. Is that how labyrinths can be read more than most games? Yeah, that's really weird. The game story? Yeah. Yeah, if it was Beyond the Beyond, you win. But maybe I'm misremembering, but I remember holding the cartridge. So it shouldn't be a disc. But I will check the game. Breath of Fire. I don't remember. Breath of Fire? You see, it actually looks like that. The art is correct. It's just that I don't remember the Breath of Fire series having a labyrinth like that. It was that on that paint. It was that kind of art style. Yeah. I need to check. I will check Beyond the Beyond and Breath of Fire. I need to find a game. I remember that start of a boss battle like stupidly clearly. Yeah, I remember the start of the song being like, oh fuck, shit, you just hit the fan. Like, you are in immediate danger, immediate lethal danger. Like, you just made a mistake kind of music. Yeah. I really want to find that game. I really want to. Why do I remember that particular boss, but I don't remember the rest of the game? Yeah, if you find it, I will buy you any game you want. Yeah. Because I remember it was really fucking scary. Like, this is a game meant to be played by the child, but you are showing me something that will basically cause PTSD even to an adult kind of level. Yeah. Chris Lucius? Yeah. I don't remember. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Maybe you played some in the RPG game. That's the issue. Back then, RPG Maker did not exist. I know that for a fact. Yeah. I believe I played that game before I had my first computer. Yeah. It was somewhere around the 2000s. I'm pretty sure of that. The date of release, I mean. Because I remember clearly that the next... Well... No, that's not true. That's bullshit. I don't remember that. I was going to say the next year was when I got my first N64. But that's not true. I don't remember how much time was before that. I just know it was before the N64, before I got my first N64. And I know I never played the Dreamcast. I did play PlayStation 1, and I played the earlier Nintendo consoles. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what it was. I really want to hear that song again. It was so fucking powerful. Arcana? No, if it was one of the Final Fantasy games, I would know it. Arcana. Game. Arcana? The one that pops up doesn't look like the correct answer. Arcana. No, it's on Steam. That's not it, for sure. That's a survival game. Arcana video game. Oh, that one, the one for something. Oh, that actually looks close to the what I remember for the first-person bits of dungeon crawling. Now I'm curious. Arcana from HAL Laboratory. Arcana game 1992. Okay, the overworld looks a lot like what I remember, but it was not just first-person dungeon crawling. There was a top-down Chrono Trigger style section to it. I will check it out too. I need to make sure. I don't think it's Arcana. The art style and the lack of the top-down elements pretty much rule it out. The first-person dungeon crawling bits do look like a lot like what I remember. But the first-person dungeon crawling part was like the minority of the game. It was like more like a mini game than the main thing of the game. Yeah. But I will check it out just to make sure. Okay, let me move on to playing the game. before I keep talking.
Stream started. Hey, working
Hey.
while listening. Hello, Big Boss Mew Hand. Meow. Oh no, the water temple. XX. Hello.
Brain
Smiley
Lord.
face
Let me
emoji.
check that out.
Heart emoji. Hi. Waving hand emoji.
Brain North. Ooh, that looks not the correct art style. It's a bit farther away than I remember, but it is on the correct perspective. Yeah. Yeah, that feels farther than Arcana. But the protagonist does match the what I remember. Actually, some of the screenshots look familiar. Huh. I will check that one out. Yeah. And you know what? The art for the cartridge is so simple that might be the reason why I don't remember what the art of the cartridge actually looked like. It looks super generic. Lufia or Lufia too? Let's see. Lufia like the Pokemon? No, that was Lugia. Lufia. Game Boy Advance. Oh, there is one for the Super Nintendo. Okay. Super Nintendo. Oh, okay. The characters were not chibi like these ones, but I see some of the battle scenes where you have like this gigantic sprite of the enemy. It looked like that. Yeah. Let me see if I can open it real quick. 1 second. Actually, let me save this just so I don't make a mistake. Yeah. It looked like this. The enemies, the battle, looked like this. With the gigantic enemy on the screen. The difference is that these guys were not chibi. They were closer to the mana style of art style. Yeah. But this is correct. The gigantic sprite, like that. Yeah. That is indeed as I remember it. Yeah. Okay, let me keep going. Capturing the game and silence music. Let me grab my controller. Okay. Oh, is it not showing the window for some reason? There we go. Yeah, but if you can't find that game, that would be awesome. And it's not like you cannot find the previous games I have suggested before, or I have mentioned. For example, Corrupt Server. You actually discovered that one game. Yeah. Okay, so last time we completed the temple, and now we need to basically kill the boss. That's where we stopped last time. Luckily... Ah, shit. Luckily, the name doesn't really ring a bell. Ah. Do I have fairies? I do. Okay. Let me real quick check that one. Longly. The fuck is this? Yeah, that's definitely not a game. It looks like a parody of Link. I thought you were mentioning an actual game that exists. Yeah, I actually look it up. Hold on, let me turn on the SC because this is kinda not very pleasant. One moment. I'll be right back. One moment. Okay. Let's see. Ah. Did you know this hallway I either cross just fine, perfectly, or I don't. Okay. Damn it. Ah. This room design always baffled me. Seeking the Sensu. That sounds very familiar. The Legend of something? Dragon Quest. That would be funny. If I pause, it's basically game over, apparently. If I run too early, it doesn't work. Ah. Typing of the Dead? No, that's definitely not it. I had played that game. Not on the channel, but I have played it. Damn it. Ah. Oh, I see. You actually slow down as you try to go up. Okay. So I can maybe just focus on the second spike instead of the first one. Like this. Okay. Got it, got it. Ah. Okay. Boss time. Wow, who is saying this exactly? Oh yeah, I believe you need to jump into one of the pillars, right? To start the battle? Yeah. You're pressing blade on second densetsu. It does sound extremely familiar. I will admit that. The name. I had heard it before. Gigant aquatic amoeba. Wow, he attacked me immediately. What does Navi say about this guy? Master of the Water Temple, he has absolute control of water. Pull out his nucleus and attack. Interesting. So this guy is just glorified slime, basically. Ah. I almost got you. Come here, come on. Come here. Come here. Ah. Come on, come here. Really? Am I missing? Wow, I missed. Ouch. Really? Oh, I got it. I didn't know you could hit it right there. significantly less menacing than I remembered. And actually, the way he dies, it remembers me. It makes me remember the what was the skull? Tectites? Yeah. Pretty annoying sometimes. Yeah, but if you keep your distance and spam the hookshot, it's not really that difficult. I believe. The heart is over here. Yay! Wow, I have quite a lot of hearts already. Oh, I want to try something. How about I face that way and ah. Now that I think about it, if I just walk out of the temple instead of using the teleporter, what happens? Oh, I have not gotten the medallion yet. I suppose that's what would happen. I will be required to go back to get it. Mew. I will expect it not less from the man I chose to be my husband. So as to me and his people will eventually return to their original state. As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you. We got that right, if we remember. Going out of the temple instead of teleporting. Yeah, that's something I've been wondering. Just want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. Huh. You have to guard the water temple as the sage of water. That's something I've been wondering. These are not the original sages, right? What happened to the previous sage? You would think when you are a child, there should be already sages on the temples, right? Because I have a hard time believing they would leave the temples unguarded. Link's most scared when he first saw San Ganon. And you're searching for the princess, Zelda? You can hide it from me. Princess Zelda, she's alive, I can sense it. So don't be discouraged. Maybe it just got switched to her when she got old? That's what I don't really understand, right? That would mean the previous sages didn't have the chance to raise their, like, successors, right? That means something happened to the previous sages, right? Because I cannot really believe they left the temples unguarded, right? Maybe Gandalf used his connection to Hyrule to dig up the lineage of the old sages? If that was the case, why did he ignore these sages? Well, yeah, he kinda did, right? Because Darunia was running around. Saria was pretty much unharmed until she foolishly went into the forest temple herself. Ruto was also pretty much just trying to serve her people, even though she kinda was stuck on their eyes until she saved her, right? I can tell nothing will stop you on question. Just in peace. You must take this medallion, take it respectfully. Receive the water medallion. Root awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. If you see Sheik, please give me my task, okay? Yes, Sheik is a her, but we don't know that. At least at this point of the story, we don't know Sheik is a her. As the water rises, the evil is vanishing from the lake. You did it. That's very curious. It makes me wonder if what was her name? Morpha, the boss of the water temple, was soaking up the water. Huh. Ah, you immediately delivered their tanks, huh? Maybe not polluting, but pulling? Like preventing the water from reaching the lake? Maybe? Because it didn't look particularly dirty to me. The water was pretty clear in my eyes. I don't see any difference, at least. Dranking wall? Yeah, drank the wall. I see. We had to return peace to Harold for sake too, don't we? Look at that, Mio. The sun is rising. And for some reason it's frozen on the sky, even though it's always like in a hurry every other time. Together, you and Princess Fruto destroyed the evil monster.
Maybe the water was filled with microplastics.
That would be funny. That would be painful, actually. Together, you and Princess destroyed the monster. Once again, the lake is filled with pure water. All is as it was here, so it always was filled with pure water, huh? Endless supply of potion of hydration. Wow, is the first time Sheiks allowed us to walk so close? Wow. Whee! I always find that very funny. Question: If the lake didn't return to normal, will Sheik basically? It needs to be immediately in the morning. Oh, I need to be standing here. I forgot. If the lake didn't feel, she would have a belly flop on the ground or something at the bottom of the lake. Oops. She will have stylishly broken her legs. Her legs. I think she pretty much was going head first towards the ground when I saw her jump. This is something I find strange also. Why are these here? Yes, I just shot the sun. That's how you get these. The fire arrows. Why are these here? You will think this one would be basically a dungeon item, right? Why is Navi? It will make sense it would be at the scammers. Yeah. Let me try something. So this is the scarecrow. Okay, what's this? Nothing? Okay. How about... Nope. And how about... Depositing my song bothers you? I suppose it's kinda annoying. What is this exactly? It's making me curious. What is exactly bothering Navi right here? What is this? It didn't react to that song. How about... No, not that. I don't remember the song. Song of Time, maybe? Could be Sarian song too. There we go. I guess that one. Not that either. Huh. Yeah. Yeah? Someone you know. That's interesting. They are saying like the sages are basically somehow related to Link, like as if the sages are linked to Link. Seven sake? Yeah. I know who the Seven Sage is because I already beat this game. But it would be a mystery at the time. Why is Navi pointed at? That's weird. That's very weird. Weird. When water fills the lake, shoot for the morning light. That's quite the nice riddle right there. Yeah, I like it. What? That's what I thought. Okay, so we beat the water temple. I forgot the button. Damn it. Right. I don't even need that. I didn't want to do that. There is one thing I want to try, actually. Now that we have the fire arrows, there is one thing I want to try. Can I go to Sora's domain from here? I cannot. That's solid ice. Hello. Cannonball! Can you imagine that? It would be funny if actually the protagonist screams something like that when you jump in the water. Let's go to Sora's domain. I want to check something. Wow. Wait. So I enabled the rumble for my controller. It was quite tricky, but I have now the rumble on my controller enabled. And if you remember, I have this thing, the Stone of Agony, that is supposed to tell me there is a secret nearby when it vibrates, right? So I just felt something. So is this? See? Not sure. Oh. I thought I could break it with this. Apparently not. No. I thought for a moment there was a secret there. Yeah, it's supposed to vibrate when you are near a secret. It's basically the only way to discover the grottos, the holes in the ground that have basically no sign that they are there. You need to have the Stone of Agony. And you need the Rumble Pack for the N64. Which is something I find funny. Where am I going? I was supposed to go to Sora's Domain. It's funny that you mentioned the new versions. I believe there are some of the new versions where the Stone of Agony doesn't actually work. Like at all. So basically there is no way for you to actually detect the underground grottos by yourself. Here, for example, here is vibrating. Maybe you can hear it if I do this. Yeah, no, you cannot really hear it. But yeah, it's vibrating right here. Basically because either you need a bump or the thunderstorms. Thunderstorms it is. Remember you said, but I don't remember if you need an item for it or not. You need to basically gather a bunch of Escultulas to actually get the Stone of Agony. Green potion, no way. Red potion. That's the weird thing, in my opinion, because you basically have this like quest to get the Escultulas, and you get an item that lets you detect secrets, right? But then the holes are not really that useful. They don't really have like any valuable thing inside most of the time. Yeah. And it's very weird because, well, I'm working on this little series. At the same time I'm playing this. Basically I have this little series where I'm trying to figure out why some aspects of the dungeons are the way they are, right? And there is this weird stuff that I have seen in the dungeons that I can only explain by it being like the result of the developers including the Stone of Agony in the game. Basically, I didn't reach. Which is something I find very odd in general. Because you basically have entire parts of the dungeons locked away behind an optional item that is itself locked behind a bunch of sculpturas, right? Which is very, very weird. Most players will like notice that there are areas on the map of the dungeon that they have no access to, and they will obviously believe there is something they are missing, right? Without realizing they need to have the Stone of Agony or something similar. Yeah. Like this. How would you know this thing is here? The only reason you will know if you had the Stone of Agony and you had this completely optional attachment to the controller of the X64, that is the rumble figure. Yeah. You need to have a rumble pack to make use of the stuff of Agony, right? Which is very, very weird. Because it's an accessory not everyone will have. Because, think about it. The children that would be playing this, they have no choice, right? They are not the ones who buy their video games. Their parents are, right? So, you will need... The more I think about it, the more nonsensical it is. Because, think about it. First, you need to get the Esculturas to get the Stone of Agony, right? The Stone of Agony only works if you have the Rumble Pack. The Rumble Pack, the only way to know you need the Rumble Pack with this game, it would be if you know what the feature of the Stone of Agony did, right? And even if you know you needed the Rumble Pack, you will need to convince your parents to buy you an extra accessory for the N64 to be able to actually make use of that feature, right? The children playing this will be terrified of wandering Sacred Meadow. Yeah, there are some parts of this game that are very scary, for sure. Yes. Especially the next part on this quest. Because next, I believe the next goal is going to be the Shadow Temple. If I remember correctly. Okay, so here is what I wanna try out. Okay. For a moment I thought I was not going to make it. Okay, so we are in the Caverns, back again. This is what I want to try. What happens if I use the fire arrows on these eyes? Huh. Nothing! Huh. So this is not the dungeon item for the lost dungeon of the ice cavern. Huh. Interesting. That's odd. Huh. For a moment I thought the fire arrows would do something there. Where was the... I believe it was to the right, so I need to go straight up. Okay. So I need to go this way. Yeah, I believe this kind of stuff, the secret stuff that maybe you wouldn't really know about, actually adds so much like depth into the game from the past that we no longer have. Die. Overkill. I'm going to throw away this one. Yeah, it's not a matter about difficulty, it's a more about a matter of secrets, I believe. That makes things more like interesting in general. Okay, so let's go to... I believe I need to get to Kakariko Village. Yeah. Wait, how do you know that you need to go to Kakariko? I wonder. That's not a skill issue as hard as just bad controls? Yeah, there is also some games in the past that kinda messed it up. Because I follow this guy on YouTube that basically decompiles games from the NES era to check why they are so difficult or why the controls don't work correctly. And he basically goes through the code of the game and shows you how the code is messing things up and how the game would play if you actually play it with the correct controls, basically. I look for someone who might know something about the other sages. That's interesting. So they are not really giving you a direction here. Huh. They are just telling you look around for some reason. Huh. Look for someone. I suppose your first instinct, if you know Castletown is gone, is to go where there is people, right? That would mean going to Kakariko or the Gorons. I wanted magic. Ready? You like the Castletown creepy music? See, here the control is vibrating. See? You will only know this is here if you have the Stone of Agony. What is this place again? I can already tell there is an enemy right there. What are you doing here? Exactly. Oh, that's what you're doing here. There is a Skulltula right here. Oh. Yeah, I find it very strange, the choice of including the Stone of... There we go. Of Agony. The turn is burning. It was not me. I just got my fire arrows. You cannot blame me. Wow, that's a lot of fire. Chic! How could you? Que fuck me. Oh! Wow. Why did you... Link, don't turn your back to the danger. That's not very smart. Wow! And he ate shit. When I first saw this cutscene, that scene right there was way more menacing. I remember this shadow being bigger. Ouch. It's raining. Oh, I got my ass handed to me, apparently. Looks like you are coming around. Yeah, I remember being way more menacing. A terrible thing has happened. Devil Shadow Spirit has been released. How did you know this is an Devil Shadow Spirit? Impa, the leader of the Karga village, had sealed... Oh, I see. So Impa did that. Okay, Impa is kinda badass when you think about it. She sealed away a boss. That's impressive. That's more than we can say for the rest of the sages. God force of the evil spirit got so strong the seal of the well broke. I see. I believe Impa has gone to the Shadow Temple Seal again, but she will be in the Jellyfish without any help. No, so you know she's one of six sages. And you not only let her go by herself? I was going to add something extra there, but I kinda lost my train of thought. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it fed on the fear and anguish of the Kakariko village population, maybe. Or rather, Castleton? Yeah. Ganon, you spawn me already. Straight shadows. There is an entrance to the Shadow Temple beneath the graveyard behind this village. Okay. The only thing I can do for you is teach you the melee that will lead you to Shadow Temple. I kinda want to complain because I feel like Sheik is not like doing something about it, but then again I don't know what Sheik is actually doing behind the scenes. Yeah. Wow, okay, that's menacing. This is the medley that will draw you into the infinite darkness that absorbs even time. Oh. Thank you for
Luis
subscribing.
Rojas subscribed to the channel.
Thank you. Luis Rojas. Think about it. Our specific power is traveling through time, right? Imagine that. We have the power of traveling through time. We have the backing of the goddess of time, right? And she here is telling us this boss, this Shadow Temple, is even more powerful than the goddess of time. It can literally cancel out the powers of the goddess of time. Sheik is sending the hero of time to the one temple where time is not an advantage. Think about it. What the fuck is this darkness that can overcome even the powers of the goddess of time? What the fuck? Think about it. And why is on our side? Why is Impact controlling that power? Think about it. That. It makes me wonder if the goddess time basically made the Ocarina of Time. Who made the temples? Did a different goddess create the Temple of Shadows? And tell me, why is this goddess stronger than the goddess of time? What the fuck? Even the song sounds like tragic. There is a theory on the Zelda community. This is not confirmed. But they say the Chicas were like the Black Ops of the royal family of Hyrule. So they say there is like something inside the well, right? A dungeon. They say that dungeon was like a torture chamber where the royal family sent criminals to be basically tortured by the Chicas. And that's why the Chicas actually have access to the Shadow Temple. They were doing like the dirty job of the royal family. There is a theory about that. Yeah. Because think about it, there is like this jail, this dungeon, beneath Kakariko village, hidden inside the well. on the one town that is told to be like the Shika village, right? Because Impa is the village chief here. I doubt she is not aware of what's inside the well, right? So there is that theory that the Shikas are basically like the intelligence, the ones doing the assassinations and dirty job of the royal family. Yeah. Wow, Link is not even like face anymore from Sheik, like throwing flashbangs on his face. He's like completely over it. Yeah, the royal family left hand. Give me a moment, I will go to the bathroom and we will continue after that. Yeah. One moment. I will leave you guys with the sound of the storm. And I will be right back. One moment. No. Be right back. And back. ASMR? It kinda is, huh? But yeah, Chick is basically like, hey Link, check this out, and gets hit by a Discord lighting. Okay, so we basically got kicked. And the wind draws water from the depth of the well. Now the well is dried up though. So they are pointing us to the well, basically. You can see there are stairs right here. And clearly there is light below, which is kind of creepy. Ah. It's sealed. Interesting. And it looks... Now that I look about it, look it more cleanly. At first I thought this place was like just sealed with cement, right? Like someone sealed it on purpose. But now it looks, when I look closely now, it looks more like a cave-in. Like the tunnel collapsed. Huh. Interesting. I was wondering why you were blaming the grudge. No. It's the ring. The ring. The lady from the ring is the one with the well. Yeah. The grudge, I believe, is it. The movie takes place in a house, I believe. Yeah. He's oddly happy about the town being burned and having a invisible monster, shadow monster roaming around, throwing ninjas face first into the ground. I've read a new time on... Oh, that's why she's happy. We'll get some from this baby. Huh. So you're basically telling me you invented either a Pokemon, a Pocket Monster, or a Tamagotchi. Oh, so these guys are trolls. They basically will wake you up, even if you don't want to. Why would I... what are you insinuating, lady? Pocket egg? That's a weird name. It's almost like you're saying, hey, have you heard about pocket sand? Here is the egg version. Yeah, it looks very... It sounds very suggesting, huh? It's a poke egg. Yeah. Let me ask around. Hey. Huh. They are basically telling you to examine the, well, carefully. Wow, he's not very happy. What? Oh. Oh yeah, if you wait for Link's animation in the well, you see Link's sneeze. Wait, in the well? What do you mean? Don't you mean on the rain? On the windmill? Inside the windmill? It would be interesting because I don't believe I had seen that animation. I don't remember seeing that animation ever. Don't tell me I had to be... Oh. Huh. That's weird. Why would he do that here? That's weird. Huh. That's actually strange. That it happens there but not everywhere else. Huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, I already got this one. This room is very strange. Ah. Castle back, please. Okay, I believe now I need to go back in time and get into the well, if I'm correctly. Wait, let me try to go to the Shadow Temple first, because I believe that's what a player would do, right? Okay, so we have time to go into the Shadow Temple. Let's see. Oh, there is a ghost stone right here. I don't have the Mask of Truth. I cannot really use it, which is incredibly annoying. Hmm. I never actually pay attention to the inscription on the ground. It doesn't really seem to, or maybe does it actually say something? The bottom part seems to actually maybe have some meaning. Hmm. Well, the very, very bottom ring is just repeating. And the upper one is also repeating, actually. Hmm. So, if you don't have the... Wait, there is the medallion. A medallion there. Is that the fire medallion? It is. Huh. That's interesting. The fire medallion is in the front of the fire temple. Huh. And the fire... Excuse me, the shadow temple has the Shika eye on it. And we're not really getting a clue from Navi, which is very interesting. Huh. Okay, let's go to the... What happens if I try to just go in? I was going to say, let's go to... Yeah, that's what I thought. Shadow Temple. Look at this. You need a good shot for this one also. The shadow will yield only with the Eye of Truth handed down in Kakari Village. Wow, so kind of them to actually tell us where to find it. It's not like it's going to completely backfire to telling whoever comes here that where to get the one item. You need to actually progress. Wow. Wow. What was that? Make my fix the School of Truth. The alternative descends the deep darkness. Only the one who has sacred feet can cross the Valley of the Dead. Wow, so poetic. That looks deep. I find it interesting there is a torch right here. Oh, you can actually walk through some of these. Oh, that's creepy. One who gains the truth will be able to see what's hidden in the darkness. Interesting. Oh. Shadow Temple. Here is gathered his Harrow's bloody history of greed and created. That's interesting. Shadow Temple. He is gathered his bloody history of greed and created. Oh. What hidden in the darkness tricks full of ill will. You can see the way forward. Wait, does that mean this one is also... Yeah. You could maybe pass through this place using just your spatial awareness and your memory, maybe. But I believe you are meant to get the Eye of Truth, so let's go get it. Ah, what happened there? Yeah. No, I just press a random button by mistake. Drop it. Time of Temple. Back to the past. Indeed. Be back to the past. Yay! What's stopping me from going to Gano now? There is this like huge gap between the castle and solid ground. And below is like this massive whirlpool of lava that is kinda a bit tiny, difficult to bypass. Yeah. Have I show that to you? I wonder. Yeah, imagine something like this bridge right here. Make it twice long and that's the gap. And imagine this thing being like a buildings, a 3-story building deep hall. And you will get how deep is the chasm. That monster came out of the well in the village. Let's go to check it out. The well. Sure. Too late now, but if you climb up the stairs of the... Yeah, I know. But I have too much money right now. I did that to grab some money earlier. Yeah. Dark, narrow, scary. Well of three features? What the... Wait, what's this? Well, name the wall of three features? Huh. Wait, I didn't know this wall had a name. Huh. Ah, my... Hold on, I need to wash my face. I'll be right back. Hold on. I know it's a very sudden pause, but give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Shit, you caught me just in time. God damn it. Hello, I'm back. I hear a skulltula. I thought I got all the skulltulas here. Oh, there you are. You mean on YouTube? I have a little bot, Historia, the one that looks like a mod. That's actually a bot that I have scanning the chat. Basically, I implemented some of the features you see on Twitch on YouTube. Yeah. Yes. Okay, can I get some extra stuff here before we continue? Yeah, here in my channel you gain crystals and you can use the crystals to buy alerts and that kind of stuff. Yes. Bombuchu. Wait, did I just get Bombuchu before you get them in the dungeon? Huh. I'm missing this guy. And one more, apparently. Bombuchu, what? Why do they give you Bombuchu, I wonder? I have 41 Skulltulas. 9 more and we'll get basically everything that is useful from the Skulltula house. Yeah. Okay, let's go check the... Well, man. It is water. So let's make it rain. Oh, now it's raining. In the game and where I am. Do I need to do it inside the... Yeah, it was nice timing, actually. I need to do it inside the windmill, maybe? There we go. Ah, she's playing Left 4 Dead. Nice. Yeah, it does match quite well. Oh, it ended. Maybe I should make it like it will play the Ocarina of Time song and then it will start raining. That would be a nice touch. Yeah. Making an alert? Yeah. Ouch. Ah, there we go. So welcome to the bottom of the well. For some reason, it's called the Well of the Three Features, which is something I didn't know, or I didn't remember. Like the alert will play in effect? Yeah. Okay, so let's check this. So you have to crawl. To enter this place, you need the Song of Storms. So by default, you need to actually get at least the first 3. The first 3 dungeons beaten, I believe. Yeah. Oh, this doesn't actually kill it. You both got ears? You would be the first to actually use them. I don't believe how anyone has actually used the cottons. I can hear the spirits whisper. Ouch. You were tempted to. I can hear the spirits whispering in this room. Look for the eye of truth. That's what they say. Huh. That's interesting. Why would the people dead inside the well be telling you to find the eye of truth? Huh. That's very curious. Oh. Huh. This place has the same music than the Shadow Temple, interestingly. Yeah. Okay, there is this crack right here that I believe is extremely hard to notice, given the angle and everything. Bombochu. Okay, so I was going to get Bombochu anyway. Interesting. Either I forgot that secret or you forgot it was a decoration. I need to switch my shield. I don't want it to get burnt. I forget there are like fake walls all over the place. I can hear the spirits whispering in this room. Look for the eye of truth. The fuck? That's very weird, actually. Okay, there is a chest down there, under the water. Huh. So we have this central area on the well. That's so interesting. You have a central area. And you have fake walls all over the place. Huh. I see there is a box right there. A chest, I mean. Ah! Ouch! They are very resistant, these guys. Yeah, this place is very confusing. I can see that. There is a kombucha right there, which is weird. A bomb flower. Interesting. What does the bambucha do? Do you wanna see? It does basically this. Let me show you. these things. He does this. Oh, there is a hole right there. Basically, it's like a mouse that runs along the surfaces, and it basically keeps going until it hits something and explodes. Basically, yeah. Yeah. Ah, shit. I screwed up. There is one on top of there. I see some rocks over here. There is a bunch of these things right here. I see there is a bunch of pitfalls all over the place, huh? Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Let me switch things around. I'm going to put this over there. There is one right there. Did I go out that way? I didn't. Nice. Now I finally have magic. Ah, the other one. Oh, apparently I found a secret. What is this? The map! I see. So you are very likely to fall down here, and if you keep exploring, you might actually get the map. And to call your attention this way, they plus these torches over here, which is interesting. I see also there are some rupees over there and a hole for you to come down through. Interesting. So they are asking you to basically have some spatial awareness. Interesting. There is another one here. Oh, that actually opened the door. And it closes behind you. This was where I was before. Huh. Okay. So I went over here. Right? And when I tried to grab this chest right here is when I fell. Let me actually check the map. I'm on the 5th floor. That's something I don't like. Do you see how it's basically highlighting everything in the map? Basically, I have no idea of where I am. Because they didn't bother to actually divide the main room into sections. And this is already everything marked, which is also kind of bullshit. Because you don't know which holes you have been down or not. The bottom, I suppose, is fine. That is all marked. Because I basically search every path down there. But I still find kind of bullshit that the main floor is not properly divided. Yeah. Does it look like a 4-finger heart? If anything, it looks like one of those sticky hands when you throw it against the wall or something. Or, let me show you this. Or, you can see is one guy like falling. You can just give it an eye, for example. And these are their feet. These are the arms, and he's like falling. Yeah. Headless body farming? Yeah, or like the Majora's Giants. That's also valid. Okay, so to reach... Oh, wait! Ah, shit! I reacted just a moment too late. That's so annoying. I was not paying attention. Shit. Come on. Strike. Strike. Nothing. Lovely. Okay, so I'm right here and I wanted to go over there, so... watch for the shadows of the monsters. You could have told me that before. That's annoying. Really? Do I cannot jump if I have enough momentum? Really? Interesting. Wow, Navi's not really locking on. Which is extremely annoying. Too late. Okay, so I go through here, the Lord looks behind me for some annoying reason. I go over here. Now I know I cannot really reach the damn chest. So how about we go to the other side? How about if I go over here? Okay, we have one chest right here. That's completely useless. Lovely. That's sealed with a key. What is over here? I know that was had to be up. The Secrets of the Royal Family are on the screen. Right there. What's this? The water flowing over the statue is flowing to the... It's flooding the entire floor. I see. Ah. That's what I thought. Okay. Basically, they're telling me to use this. Will it be scary if you look at the moon and the moon look back at you? Yes, it would be. To me, it would be. At the very least. Oh, I got bombs. Nice. Okay, now that we drained the water, that means I can go back to the start and check some stuff. Oh wait, I can actually go over here also. Completely useless again. What is over here? Okay, this looks very disturbing, actually. I see what they want me to do. They want me to light the torches with the readers around. That should paralyze them. And then we just grab this. Yay! Ah! Oh, really? Are you going to stop time each time I light something up? Ah! Damn it! Light it up! No. Excuse me. Wow, I'm missing completely. You are just annoying. And wow. Let me go straight here and bam. Wow. Gotcha. What am I supposed to be doing here? Ah, there is stuff in the thingies. Okay. Let me make sure these guys cannot really move. And let's kill them. Ah, really? Come on. Really? Wow, these guys are annoying. Well, I suppose I can use this. After all. One is over here. Really? Come on. Ah, there we go. We have a key. And I will take this. And we're good. Okay, we got a key from this. Given the shape of the room, we're right there to the right. Okay, so that means we have 2 rooms in the center. The room on the right that seems to be accessible from the south part of the dungeon. Okay, let's go to the south part then. We ha. Going right. And from here to the left. Down here. There we go. Oh, there is a chest right here that I almost missed. I almost missed this one. Bombs! Nice. That's actually useful. Okay, what's over here? Oh. 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 This was one of the bosses that actually scared me when I was little. Free yourself, come on. Free yourself, come on. That hand, quite obviously need hands and for here. Hold on. I need this one just in case. Ah. Come on, come on, come on. Free. Ah, shit. It looks goofy. I suppose today it looks goofy, but back then this was scary as hell. Because you needed to get grabbed by the hand in order to actually get it to calm down. So that doesn't work. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Oh yeah, I need to get trapped. I keep forgetting about that. Ah, shit! I didn't put enough distance. Ah. Yeah, he has like a coward until the prey is stuck. Indeed. I find it funny that it drops basically magic, as if you as a child would fight it with magic. And the only way you would fight it with magic if you had this power already, which is very strange. Huh. And then I get the Lens of Truth. I find it strange that you can get the Lens of Truth without getting the compass. You basically don't even need a map here. Huh. That's weird. The dungeon item is not even behind a single key. That's weird.
Welcome, Atlas.
Now you
Please
need to
enjoy
get
the stream.
bucket.
Hello, welcome Atlas. Welcome. The bucket? The Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket? Okay, so now that I have the Lens of Truth, that means I can use this. Right there. There is a hole in the center, right there. Is there a way to... I can access it through there, okay. So you can actually go through this wall somewhere, right there, okay. And here you can go over here and grab this. Come on, open. And that's the compass. Okay, that's nice. Now I can see I have a bunch of stuff. Ah, shit. I didn't mean to fall. Ah. These guys are so annoying. Okay, so let's see. If I want to get the jewels right there, I need to fall from here. And that means I need to be... calm down. Coming from there, that means I need to fall from the center? Wait, no. I need to fall from a little bit higher up to the right. Huh, interesting. There is so many chests here, huh? There is actually a chest in the room I actually was in. Huh. Okay. Let's go back up. Did you just hear something take damage? Oh, I forgot the redeads take damage when I use the song. I forgot. Okay, there is supposed to be a chest right here. Oh, there we go. The compass is more useful than the Lens of Truth right here. Right? And it's also saying there is one over here. Aha. Got it? Another key. Wow. So many keys. And over here to go across. Gotcha. There is a door right there. That means I have to go through here. This wall says something here. Danger below. That's what it says. Danger below. Oh, wait. That's what it means. Danger below. And they mean it literally. Okay. The structure of this dungeon is very interesting because you get the lens of truth relatively easily. Well, they got me so hard right there. Wow. Why in the dungeon, where you get the lens of truth, is not my first like reaction to use them? At least I have a healthy supply of ammo for my items. I can see how this dungeon would be infuriating to some people. Yeah. Or why some people will have the lens of truth on, like the whole time. Yeah. Okay, what do you have to say? This wall says something here. Danger above. Oh, you mean... Oh, I suppose he was mentioning the spider. Oh, shit! Wow, I keep falling for this! Oh, I didn't know I could pick those up. I'm just going to ignore you. I can see why this dungeon can be frustrating. Quite clearly now. There we go. Ah, shit! Fuck! You know what? I'm just going to run over here. No need to worry. Leaving with this. Oh, cat ears. I need to really learn how to remove my tiara, my circlet. It will look better like that. Okay, so now I will stick to the wall. And there is a bumble spot right here. Drop that. Now we have a chest right here that I can open. And the result is something useless. Lovely. Really, 3 falls for that. Wow. That's just lovely. All that for a Deconut, indeed. Let me just go ahead and snipe all these guys. And if you excuse me, I'm going to grab this. Not useful. What's over here? Here. And just to make sure, nothing there. Okay. Ah! That was not worth it. Okay. We have one last chest right there. And I believe that's it. And the 2 rooms right there that I don't know what do they have. Given the position of the rooms, maybe they will allow me to take the rupees that are in the bridge, in the bottom part. Maybe. I'm just going to run through. Ah! Ah. Okay, and then we go left, and I want to go into the main rooms, right here, and we will open the doors. This is the first one, and here we have a bunch of keys. Ah, I missed. That doesn't look very welcoming. And that leads to just that. Lovely. And that's called Sculptura. Let's see. So we are currently right there. And given the location of the map we are in, there is a chance if we go down, we will actually fall where I want it to be. But before we try that, let's check the other door. Let's go over here. Where are you? Oh, right here. Wow. Wow! Along the Kubaba. Huh. Interesting. Just before we try anything. Huh. It seems there is nothing here. That's interesting. What? Oh, shit. Okay, that really caught me off guard. Ah. Really? So the two rooms we found only have sculpturas inside. Interesting. The one with the keys, basically they have only sculpturas. The Eye of Truth was not behind a single key. Huh. That's very strange. And let me guess, if I fall through here, I should be able to get the few... No, it's not here. It's further over there. Ah, it's further this way. And given the location... Oh, I think I know. I think I know where to fall from. Now. Now. Okay. Okay. So, I believe the spot where I need to fall from is actually right here. Yeah. Oh, I thought they were going to be silver rupees. They are regular rupees. I thought they were silver rupees because over here we had a bunch of silver rupees. So I thought up here we will find more silver rupees. It was actually nothing useful. Wow. Now I feel a little bit dumb. The structure of this dungeon is very weird. It feels like a piece of something bigger, but not quite. I don't know how to explain this feeling. It's like this dungeon is like nothing but secret doors and passages, right? You are not meant to actually unravel it. More like just brute force it slowly as you go until you get the eyes of truth. And here we have another chest back here. Ah! So there is actually nothing here. Beyond the two sculpturas and the lens of truth, there is basically nothing in this dungeon. Huh. It feels like this dungeon was restructured. Huh. That's so weird. So there is basically nothing here left to do. Yeah, I went through it all. Huh. This is also a very odd feeling dungeon. Yeah, it's very weird. Huh. Because you even have the slot here for the dungeon key, if you notice. It's not really that off-putting. It feels like this was previously an actual dungeon, but it got cut down somehow because the first floor feels very fleshed out, right? You have a bunch of pitfalls, locked doors, right? With keys. You have this secret room where the Eye of Truth is. And then when you see the other floors, you see how vastly different one is to the other. And then you have the bottom, and you see how this place looks like done in the last moment. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Because the pitfalls are there for a reason, right? Because they are not like the floor caving, right? They were specifically put there, right? They are made of brick, right? It's not just a hole. So this structure was made intentionally, right? But something's off. It feels like over here. This right here was meant to be like the path to the boss room right here. This right here first like it was going to be like the path to the boss, but it got cut. Right? It feels like that way right here. It feels like this dungeon was supposed to have more. God damn it. To have more floors, if you know what I mean. Huh. Hmm. Yeah, no, I don't think it fell from the sky. I think this place was built like this underground the village to be like a sort of a secret prison where you send people where you want to either keep them without people knowing or you want to torture people basically, because if you notice there is like fences and chains everywhere, right? And inside we saw uh, basically bars and jails. You can even see the cross where you will tie people, right? You can see this is a jail right here. You can even see the door right there, right? These are jails. Yeah, this place is very weird. It feels like an incomplete dungeon. Like it was maybe once part of the Shadow Temple and they cut it. Hmm. Now we have the Eye of Truth. These and the ice caverns feel like incomplete dungeons, in my opinion. But this dungeon does feel like it was specifically made to be the Eye of Truth dungeon, while the ice cavern feels like they removed the dungeon item that was meant to be there. Yeah. Oh, this up to here? Yeah, that's my current time. Yes, that it is indeed a working clock. That's my local time. Yeah. How many sculptures do I have? 44. I'm missing 6 more and I will be able to get the next prize. Huh. There is only... Wait. Yeah, there is only 6 medallions, huh? 6 medallions and 3 spirit stones. Hmm. We got the same time. That means we are basically on the same time zone. Or we are on the opposite time zones. That could also be true. Hmm. So we have 6 main dungeons and 3 mini dungeons. Interesting. And then we have the Ice Cavern, the well, and I believe the third one would be the Gerudo training grounds. Interesting. It's PM. Yeah, it's PM over here also. Hmm. Interesting. Now that we have the Eye of Truth, I wonder... if now it will tell us something new. Wow, I cannot grab that. Oh, I can. Yeah. I always stream at the same time, every day. Well, not every day, but always at the same time. Yes. Okay, so we have the Eye of Truth. And the game has not really given us any indications of where to go now, which I find interesting. Maybe if I ask Saria? Because basically Saria is like the hint system right here. Huh. The desert goddess with the ocarina. That's... Wait, they are pointing me to the desert. Huh. That's... Wait. Shouldn't they be pointing me to the Shadow Temple? Why are they pointing me to this desert instead? Huh. They gave me the Nocturne Shadow, right? And now they are pointing me to the desert. Huh. Hmm. Can I ask Navi? I believe you can actually speak with Navi, right? You play this and then you say no. Yes. Navi is pointing us to the Shadow Temple and Saria is pointing to the Desert Temple. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. Not that I think about it. No, I am missing two medallions. Huh. Interesting. Wait, can I go in? Hold on. How about if I do this? Funny, it says wrap to the graveyard, not specifically the Shadow Temple. Oh yeah, I can actually talk to this guy. Hold on. Now we'll grab this, just in case. Hey. I overheard this. They say that there is a secret near the tree in Kakariko village. I know that! Wow, they are not very useful, huh? What happens if I open this as a child? Oh, you can actually open... Why did we have that close up? That kinda disturbed me a little bit. Oh, you can actually come here. But you need the good shot. Okay. Ow. Yeah, I cannot really use the hook shot. There it is, the catch. Yeah. Okay, I suppose that means we head to the Temple of Time. The hook shot is dangerous for Akai to handle? Does that mean that the Mask of Truth is too dangerous for an adult to use? And the same for the link shot and the deco stick. Are those 18 minus only? Can you imagine that? Yeah, imagine people of Hyrule basically shaming Link of using her child items because adult men should not be playing with toys. Can you imagine that? Wow. I believe that would be really silly in the eyes of a child, but it would be like it will strike surprisingly hard against the adults playing the game. They will take psychic damage from that. Wait, what am I doing? I can just teleport. Yeah. I always find it funny that you cannot use all your equipment. Yeah. Because, for example, right here. Yeah. You can also not use the boomerang, which I find kinda silly. Also, you cannot really use the acoustics. Oh, not that I think about it. That would make it impossible for you to actually light up the torches in here, because you cannot really use the acoustics, and there is basically no source of fire in here, so you have to use the fire, huh? But you can enter it since it's time. Oh, you're right. I was like, what? What? Huh? Time? What do you mean? Yeah. You are indeed correct. We are out of time, sadly. After all, the Temple Shadow is indeed more powerful than time. We ran out of time. Yeah. Okay, then I suppose we will be ending here for today. Yes, next extreme, the Shadow Temple. Yeah. I pressed the wrong thing.
I mean functionally. Oh, I read it now. Haha.
Wow. Okay.
Now you need to get the bucket.
The bucket? Okay, so we did quite a bit of progress this time. Yeah. We finished the Water Temple. We watched Sheik eat shit on Kakariko Village. And then we joined him. And we finished the dungeon at the bottom of the well. I'm very curious about the name of the well. The well is called the Well of the Three Features, which I find very, very interesting. Yeah, I feel like there should be some lore about that. Yeah. It's very odd. Huh. Well, we will continue next week. Yes. Ah, we made quite a bit of progress. Were those the features, really? Because if you think about it, you have a well, right? In the middle of your town. Why the hell would you name it that way? Unless you, not only you, but everyone in town knew what was at the bottom, the name would not really make sense, would it? I think that was a description on the name. Really? Because it's very, very, very namey. The well of three features. Right? Because if you look at the well by itself, while it has water on it, you cannot really call it that. Right? I don't even remember the features, but I'm pretty sure it didn't really fit. You will need to know what's down there for that to actually make sense. And if it's not a name, that's low-key scary. Imagine that. You walk into a town, you find a well at the center, and right in front of it, there is this sign calling the place, what was it? Damp, dark, and mysterious? Or dangerous? I don't remember. Wouldn't you ask yourself, what the fuck is with this well? Because it's very odd that you need to describe it. Like to go out of your way to actually place a sign there. That's low-key suspicious, isn't it? Don't you think? Well, maybe I will look a little bit more information about that. Because it's kinda surprising no one has really picked up on that. Yeah. Just as the description she gave for the Shadow Temple, infinite darkness, that overcomes even time. That's like very, 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 very telling, right? Because they are basically implying whatever powers the darkness of the Shadow Temple is stronger than the Goddess of Time. That's also very, very confusing. Very strange. You would think people who like to do lore dives in The Legend of Zelda would pick up on that. Yeah? Well, whatever. I'm planning, I don't know if I mentioned this, by the way, I'm planning on dumping the text files from the room. Basically ripping the text and dialogues from the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Put everything in a little neat database and see if I can use my program, the one I'm using to develop my game, to basically find weird stuff within Ocarina of Time that no one has really paid attention to. That might be interesting because, for example, if I specifically grab time, the word time, and ask the program to look for connections, it should actually pick up that little dialogue she had about the temple shadows, right? I'm wondering what else is in there, right? That no one has actually bothered to make the connection, right? I'm wondering what else I can find in that. Because they are basically saying whatever power is in control of the Shadow Temple is stronger than the goddess in time, right? And that's already surprisingly, what to call it, shocking? Yeah. Ooh, I could do that with Hollow Knight too. Yeah. And Dark Souls. I wonder what would happen if I do that. Yeah, I will do that. It probably will take some time to actually organize the information, but it would be interesting. Yes. Yeah. It will be interesting. It will be interesting. Yeah. To do that kind of progress. And then I can make a video about it. Yes. And maybe attracts a little bit more people into the stream. Yes. Nobody in the community knows what that stuff means. I could take a dive into it. Yes. And see what I can find. Yeah. Okay. Then I suppose I will be ending here for today. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. Gracias por venir al directo. Y los veré mañana para Noche de Comunidad. I will see you guys tomorrow for Community Night in Discord if you are interested. Yeah. And yeah, I think I'm going to stop here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Yes. Good night. Rest well. Bye bye. Sleep well. Bye bye. Good night. Good night. Good night. Bye bye. Adios. And good night.
Lol. Speaking of hands, lol. Rof. That darn fairy XD. Would it be scary if you looked at the moon and the moon looked back at you? That face on the wall reminds me of one of the old villains from One Piece XD. Ooh, free jerky container. Mummy party. Do the monster mash, musical note emoji. You say mummy, I say free wrapped jerky. Jerky makes it sound edible. Eyes emoji, XD. Yes, that was the intention. Haha. Always consider your enemies as potential emergency food source. Hands? It looks goofy. Oh, dead hand XD. It's pathetic. Was BRB and came back to see that face lol. It hides like a coward until its prey is stuck. It's, now you need to get the bucket. Bucket. This is a bucket. Dear God. There's more. Now you can see where you are, haha. XD, Lemao. All that for a Deku nut. I have truth? Off-putting 0. It's like a former prison kinda place, but very ruined lol. I wonder if it actually sunk in the ground many years ago or fell from the sky, but people didn't want anyone to know about it, so they covered it up to make it look like an ordinary well? Thoughtful face emoji. That was my third thought too lol. Speaking of time, is that your time on the clock? Ooh. We got the same time haha. Maybe. It's PM here. XD. Should be easy to catch stream in the future. XDD. Oh. The desert oh, I remember that place. I think it's optional but, maybe the game's intention was the desert. XD, lol. Oh wait, can you use the hookshot? Oh maybe not haha. Welp. Hookshot is too dangerous for a kid haha. 18 only. No, it's just too shameful to use it as an adult. 2, Rof. Yes. Link had enough bullying from the Coke Eerie when he was a kid haha. Too bad you can't enter it yet since it's time. Enter. The element of shadow is powerful, but it is no match for. The 3 features were right before the name. I think that was a description, not a name. Oh. That would be interesting. Try doing that with Hollow Knight. Maybe you might have a shot at figuring out that nonsense at the teacher's archives. Nobody in the community knows what the stuff there means. Alright, good night. We will meet again tomorrow. Duchess Verthandy. Did that sound like a threat or a challenge? Croissant. Rice cracker emoji. Banana emoji. We are learning to hydrate. Remember to wash hands with sanitizer. Bomb emoji, greater than hole emoji. Those two TTS came out very clean. Huh? Noise.